Good evening and welcome to episode number 11 of the Kcca Fc Tv show. We're making tremendous growth, guys, on the show. It is episode number 11 and we have hot stuff on the show tonight. One, we have an update from the engineer that will be in charge of the construction of the Kcca Stadium once construction works begin. We also have an update from the Minister for Kampala, that is Honorable Betty Amongi, about the future of the football club and the status for the football club. We have winners on the show from the social media trivia, and also we have the fan zone. The fans have spoken about the latest signing, that is Chigozie Samson Andrew, and a lot more on the show tonight. You don't want to move a foot and miss things that are going to happen on the show tonight. My name is Magero Moses Mwanje. Let's walk this journey together. Now, to start it off this week, Kcca Fc signed an MOU, call it a Memorandum of Understanding, with an academy called Lira Sports Academy. Before, the club has been having schools of excellence, that is Masaka SS, Chibuli SS, and Old Kampala SS. But for the first time, the football club will have a partnership, and this is a Memorandum of Understanding with Lira Sports Academy, where we expect an exchange of players, especially from Lira Sports Academy to Kcca Football Club. And just to mention a few players that have been part of Lira Sports Academy before and have played for Kcca Football Club too. Players like Otim Jerome, he played for Kcca junior team last year. Players like Alan Okelo, players like Musa Ramadan, former captain of the Kcca junior team, now playing for the senior team. So we caught up with the CEO and the coach for Lira Sports Academy and also the CEO for Kcca Football Club. This is what happened when the MOU was being signed to get Lira Sports Academy as an academy of excellence with Kcca Football Club.
My name is Aisha Mhozi. I'm the CEO of Kcca Football Club. We are glad to be here today. Besides me are directors from Lira Sports Academy. Lira Sports Academy is another academy, is our first academy of excellence that the club is onboarding today, where we will be getting talent. We have in the past got talent from them, but not directly. And currently in the junior team, we have players that have been scouted from the Lira Sports Academy. So we are formalizing the relationship and taking it to the other level, such that Lira Sports Academy is going to be identified as our own development center, where we are expected to source talent and bring them into the junior team, and then in the future they can also transcend into the senior team. So today it's just very simple. We are signing the MOU with them and taking it up from there.
My name is Otega James Ochogo, the CEO Lira Sports Academy. I'm very happy on behalf of Lira Sports Academy to sign the partnership that I'm very sure it's the first of its kind that Kcca is doing with the academy in the whole of this country. As Lira Sports Academy, we shall also be very grateful, and it's our pleasure that our young boys in future will be seen internationally. Why do I choose Kcca as a football club? Because we have verified that they have a very good structure for the youth development of the players. So I'm urging all the academies, mostly in Lira, that let's follow this path, and it's also going to be a very good partnership, because it's the first kind. It's the first of its kind in the whole of northern Uganda. So it's going to be our pride as Lira Sports Academy to be the first club or an academy to sign a partnership with Kcca Football Club.
My name is Obira Bob, former player Kcca, former player national team. Started playing football in the national team when I was still 17 years old, up to the senior team. So Kcca is my blood, absolutely my blood. where they made the nation to know me. So we are giving them our players, and we have ever given them our players, but by that time we haven't signed any more with them. It was not direct. But currently, we have given them good players in the junior team. By name, so Tim Jerome, Ogwang, Ogwal, and still others will be coming, because now they have the reserve team of under 20. Next season there will be a reserve team, and our academy will give them good players. The benefits we are going to get in the signing them more with Kcca. Kcca have ever entrusted them, and have ever entrusted Coach Mike to develop young players, because he's a person who is very strict. Via football, he's a no-nonsense man. He has ever handled me. He is a no-nonsense man where if he wants something from football, he can get. And if he wants something from a player, that the player should reach this level, he's going to give. He's a coach who, in the pitch, he means business. So,
big things for the football club. Another Academy of Excellence signing with Kcca, the first of its kind. We've only been having schools of excellence, but now we'll be having an Academy of Excellence with Kcca Football Club. Congratulations, Lira Sports Academy, and you will not really regret this move, partnering with Kcca Football Club. Now we'll be going to the social media trivia, and the question was asked this week. In 2018, when Kcca FC played in the CAF Champions League, the club played 6 games in the group stages. How many goals were scored in the groups, and who scored these goals? A lucky person was to win a Kcca jersey on the Kcca Fc Tv show on Sanyuka TV at 10 p.m. And we have winners on this show. We'll be getting straight into it, starting from Twitter. And on Twitter, our first person that replied was Echodu Isaac, at Isaac Echodu. He says 8 goals were scored in the group stages, and that is Jackson Nunda, Peter Magambo, Alan Okello, Patrick Kadu, Saddam Juma, Timothy Awani, Jackson Nunda, and then Chemam, that is an own goal, the player from Esperance, that is Mr. Echodu Isaac. Simon Pifo says in 2008, Kcca scored 8 goals, with the scorers being Kadu 1, Nunda 2, Saddam 1, Timothy Awani 1, Peter Magambo 1, Alan Okello 1, and Chemam from Esperance 1. Okay, that was an own goal. And lastly, the imported son says Kcca played 6 matches, only where the goals were scored, that is on match day 1, Kcca scored 1 goal. Okay, they lost that one. And then Kcca scored 2 goals against Al Ahly, Saddam Juma and Timothy Awani. Kcca scored 2 goals against Esperance, Nunda, and an own goal from Chemam. And then on match day 4, they did not score, they lost that one against Esperance. And game day 5, Kadu scored against Township Rollers, and then game day 6, I see Nunda, Magambo, and Okello. That is against Al Ahly. But now we have a winner for Twitter, and our winner is Echodu Isaac, who mentioned all the players, and I think he replied first when this question was asked, according to the terms that we have here. So congratulations, Mr. Echodu Isaac. You're the social media trivia winner for Twitter for this week, and you'll be getting that jersey next week. And now for Facebook, still we had a winner, and we'll start with Kcca Fc. He says Kcca scored 8 goals in 6 group stage games, which is right. And Kcca against Al Ahly, Saddam Juma and Timothy Dennis Awani. Against Al Ahly away, Alan Okello, Jackson Nunda, Peter Magambo. Against Esperance away, Jackson Nunda and Khalil Chemam, an own goal. And against Township Rollers at home, Patrick Henry Kadu. That is Mr. Kcca Fc. Then Abila Joshua Alan says, Kcca, I only want an autographed jersey. Confirm this and you'll get my answer. Thanks. Well, that one answered something different. And then we'll go to Nabosa Halima, who says Kcca scored 8 goals in the CAF Champions League in 2018. And these are the players who scored: Alan Okello 1, Nunda 2, Shaban 1, Magambo 1, Saddam 1, Awani 1, and Kadu 1. Well, unfortunately, Shaban didn't score a goal. There was controversy in who scored that goal against Esperance, the second goal for Kcca, but CAF confirmed it was an own goal by Khalil Chemam, that is an Esperance defender. So, Mr. Kcca Fc had the best answer, and congratulations, Mr. Kcca Fc. You're the winner for Facebook this week. That is on the social media trivia, and you'll be getting your jersey this week. Now, just like it has always been, we caught up with the fans on the fan zone segment, and they have given their take on the player that just joined Kcca FC, that is Chigozie Samson Andrew from Police Football Club, and they've given their take, what they think of the player, what will he bring to the party that is at Kcca Football Club, and where does he exactly fit in Mike Mutebi's plans. The fans have their take, and this is what happened when we caught up with them about Chigozie Samson.
Hello viewer, I'm called Asufiona from Lira. I'm a Kcca fan, a young one though, because I began supporting Kcca while I was at campus around 2016.
Yeah, the man wampita little M champion size nze jingo ago banya gakola sente nenga manya gange nze jingo Joshua Mayanja ndi mwagizi wa timu ene singo kumanya mpira mu East Africa n'emirirano bagita Kcca FC.
As you know, we've been having signings, so I'm here to talk about our signing, that is Chigozie Samson from Police FC. Personally, I'm so happy because he's with us. First, he's a young player, and all we know that our coach Mike Mutebi loves to groom young talent. He's so young.
Omuzannyo oyo twamusayinize kuva mu Police FC akuba left wing. Mulabyeko ng'azannya Samson Chigozie, mulabyeko emipiira mingi nnyo, mulabyeko ku Wakisoja Nsinga agiteeba kwawe, mulabyeko ng'ateeba Busoga United, mulabyeko ng'azannya ne Toro, mulabyeko emipiira mingi, mulabyeko ne twalizannya Kcca ng'ezannya bona, mulabyeko ng'azannya. He's a very good player. Ayina amaanyi g'amaanyi gasinga kubeera mu kugulu kwe okwa right, ffe tuyita okwa ddyo.
He's a goal scorer. I can't imagine, because at his age he has like 43 goals, and I'm sure him being at council is going to bring us a lot of goals.
Subira agenda kuteekawo competition y'amaanyi okuvuganya okwenjawulo ennyo, kuba tulinawo Julius Polota asobola okukubawo, tulina abaana abato abava mu academy basobola okukubawo, kati bingi ebyokumuyigirako.
He dribbles a lot with the ball. That is so good about him. And the last time I watched his game at Nambole is that he loves to bring in this competitive form of play, yeah, and he loves to take the team forward. So I'm very sure that when he comes to council, we are going to have that competitive play, and we shall win most of our games while he is with us.
Yeah, he's a good goal assister. Because abadde alina assist musanvu, siri sure nenga alina assist. Nalabako wano omupiira Wakisoja Nsinga ezannya ne Police ya assistinga goals za Pius Kagwa zonna goals 2 as assistinga. Muzannyi mulungi azannya ne tiimu. Era tuba tumuyina ku right nga tulinayo muzannya bwatyo ne ku left nga tulinayo abazannya asobola okuyingiza tiimu, asobola okugira okuwangula ebikopo bingi, era naye asobola okufuna ebintu bingi.
Now we'll be going to a break, and when we return, we have a lot more on the show tonight. We have an update from the engineer who will be in charge of the construction process once it commences, that is the Kcca Stadium. We still have an update from the Minister for Kampala, capital city, Honorable Betty Among, on the future for the football club. We still have the 90-second segment with a player you'll be getting to know, and not forgetting we have a guest in studio this week, a fan who has supported Kcca from 1987. Who is this fan? Everything after this break. Don't move a muscle. Tubaniriza era mu katundu kaffe kano nga bwe twabasuubiza nti tujja kubeeranga n'abagenyi ab'enjawulo bajja tubuuliranga ku bintu eby'enjawulo club eno ya Kcca gyevudde, batandika ddi okwagira club eno, wabanga muwagizi, wabanga legend yatandika ddi osambira club eno, oba okugitendeka oba ogikolera ng'omukozi eri mu ofiisi emabega. So olunaku olwaleero tulina omuwagizi awagidde club ya Kcca okuva 1987, agenda tubuulira yani amannya ge era aviiriddewa. Tugenderaawo nyabo. Amannya gaffe ne gy'ovudde.
Amannya gange nze Aisha Maviri nkata nga mbeera Makindye nga ndi muwagizi wa State Council Football Club.
Club eno otandika giwagira ddi mukyala Maviri? Naife tukumanyi nga Ssenga.
Amannya gange amanya abasinga obungi bamanyi nga Ssenga wa State Council Football Club.
kati Ssenga abasinga nga tukumanyi club eno tandika giwagira mwaka ki era kye kyakuwalizo giwagira
club natandika kugiwagira mwaka gwa 1997 nga nagiwagira olw'ensamba yaayo n'enneeyisa yaayo n'embeera yaayo nga byebimu ku bintu ebyampaliriza okugiwagira nga nange mbyagala nnyo n'ekintu kya discipline nga naye nange obulamu bwange bwonna njagala nnyo omuntu ng'alina empisa
kyekyasinga okuwagiza discipline olowooza tukyali ku mulamu ogwo gwa discipline ebintu ebyakusinga okuwagiza club eno emyaka giri wakati emyaka giyiseewo mingi
omulamu ogwa discipline guserebyemu kubanga emabega twalinanga nga buli muntu awamu n'ekitiibwa ate nga ne kilabu yaffe yalinga yaba gentleman gentleman abantu abakulu myaka ng'abaana abato nnyo tebaliimu naye kati tulina abaana abato bali mu kilabu basingamu kumpi kyenkana obungi fe abakadde tugenda tugyesamba olw'emyaka gitugobye
kakati oliwo mwawagiranga mutya kuba ffenna kuzo tuwulira ebintu ng'omubala ate omubala gwakyukamuuko olubuto gukyalinga luli engalo twazikubamu wenawulira kuba saaliwo egyo emyaka kakati tulina omubala mwawagiranga mutyagira
emyaka gyaffe tewawagiranga omupiira nga tulina ennyimba zaffe zetuyimba nga tuyimba ennyimba ezitusembeesa eziwa abazannyi baffe amaanyi n'engalo zaffe nga tukuba emirundi 3 mu ngalo netuwagira abazannyi baffe nga tubasaamu n'ennyimba n'enduulu oluusi nga tubeetako ne ku ngoma nezituyambaku okwolera ku nnyimba zaffe ezitwayimbanga
kyogamba okuwagira tekukyusa ennyo wekwali luli n'ennaku zino
okuwagira kukyuseemu naye nga kubanga bayimba ennyimba ffe si ze twayimbanga ennyimba ezaabwe ate endala ku zaffe lwali zaffe ennyimba zalinanga ebigendererwa
oyinza otuwamu akapera omwayimba kakayimba kamu wa bubiri kuba ffe tetwali egyo emyaka oyinza otuwamu akapera tikiti nga 3
twayimbanga akayimba kaffe kangende nga ndaga site yange nkyayi maama nedda neddolimba kansoyo kwejagala kangende nga ndaga site yange nkoye maama nedda neddolimba kansoyo ekwagala kangende nga ndaga kanso yange nkyayi maama
nedda
neddolimba kansoyo ekyagala nendaga nenyimba kanso yange nkoye maama
nedda neddolimba
kansoyo enjagala
tukyakayina ennaku zino kakati awundu nga muwagira kyawo kubwambuulira 97 watandikira okuwagira ttiimu eno awo kati baani abaliwo basita kuba ennaku zino fe tuyina ba Mustafa Kiza be baliko kati tuyina ba Achai Habat be baliko balukwago Charles Captain n'abaana batuguze kati mwakolanga mutyawo basambiki
nasinganawo nga waliwo mukuru kapiteeni life kapiteeni Masika namusanga akyasamba singanawo Musimbe kati kochi nesinganawo Jackson Mayanja nesingana era naye asamba nesinganawo Derek Muyanja nesinganawo Haruna Mawa nesinganawo ne goalkeeper Sadiki Wassa ne Vali nenga goalkeeper abo nabasinganawo nga basamba
kati mukaseera kuwagiridde Kcca kuva 87 kaseera kikogamba kano sirikeerabira bannange akessanyu tusoose nakassanyu twagala otubuli akaseera kotalyerabira gwe ng'omuwagizi
kakati nganza akaseera kesiryerabira twasambanga omupiira nga ttiimu ya State Council gwe bajjeemu ne gwe baleeta nga bonna beebo nga bajjamu omusambisaga nti ate bajjeemu waaki ngera ajja okuddawo ng'era yo yagenda okukola kyoyagala ate nga abazannyi baffe kyekisinga obukulu balina empisa bawuliza kooki baagala n'abawagizi baabwe bamanyi abawagizi baffe bali batunaakola ensobi eno bajja kubanga banyiiga
iyi naffe tugenda bikola sizoni eno kati Ssenga kuba kati tujja kubeeranga n'ebintu nti poloto waba avuddewo ate nga tuleeta Kigozi Samson kuba sizoni eno kigenda kubeera kirala nnyo kale oyogedde ku akaseera k'otulerabira twagala akaseera akakyasinzeeyo okuba akabi bukyanga owagira Kcca oba mupiira baaguba kuba n'ogamba guno gwannuma nnyo mupiira kyogo
akaseera akaliwo akabi nga tusamba twagenda ne tufuna abazannyi batulwalako naye mwagasi kyagumanyi netusigaza ttiimu nga alina abazannyi 11 nga tewali substitute n'omu naye nga tugezaako era okulaba nga tuwaana naye nga tugamba ekinaavaamu kyekinavaamu naye nga abasambi batwalako ogwonna omwaka nga kapiteeni waffe Mayanja nga era yali mu mitambo naye nga naye atugumya nti bane tugenda kusamba tugenda kugoba twagira nga tugobayo batukuba naye nga kugamba nga tetweraliikirira nnyo tumanyi ki ekiriwo
ojjukira omupiira gwasooka okuwagira Kcca togujjukira
ogusikyagujjukira
wali muto kale mupiira kigo kyasinze okunyumirwa gwe ng'omuwagizi ate ensonga ki lwaki mupiira ogwo
omupiira gwe kyasinze okunyumirwa gwali mu mwaka gwa 8 gwa 9 mu mukaaga twasamba omupiira ogwo ne tufuna ekikopo ne tukiika batugenda kusamba ttiimu ne batuwa ttiimu y'e Congo gye twasooka okusamba ne tugikuba goolo emu ne tuyitamu ne tusamba ne batuwa Kenya Leopard nejja ne tukuba goolo 2 mu first round. Second manja natugamba nti mugume wendi ngena kubateebera goolo twatuyanga manja goolo zombi aziteebye ne tugenda ne draw yaffe awo ne tuyitawo ne tugenda ne tugenda Kenya okudingana tugenda e Kenya okudingana lifuraga natumyusa mangu nyo manja namuwalege twatuyimiriddeko naye tyatulobera bwa twatumanti abazanyi bonna betulina bonna b'amaanyi ne tugenda tusine ne bayita Mugisha Mugisha akola mu gundi mu Mugiso yakola mu papula lwa mawulire lwa Bukedde oba New Vision mwakola nagenda ne tusamba Mugisha n'atuwa amaanyi tusamba omupiira waliwo abulayo eddakiika mbali lifunaga ba penalty bagaba penalty twalina muzanyi waffe bamutanga Hussein Sali n'agamba nti amubiveeko Hussein Sali n'ayimirira mu mupiira bw'ayimirira mu mupiira agenda okukwata goolo Hussein Sali n'akwata penalty yasooka ne baleeta ne munga nti otambudde n'aleeta omupiira ogwokubiri bamugamba nti yimirira n'akwata ey'okubiri ngene omupiira agitulaga naye nga abantu baffe bafeitinga bagwa batwala mu malwaliro abantu bafunye pressure abantu ajja tumanyi tulina okugoba ani Leopard kakati manyi oba omanyi nti ogenda kugoba mulaba ekitaliibo gamba nti kakati tugenda kulanga bamukubye omupiira ogwokusatu tugenda kulanga nagwakutte lifuna amala omupiira ne tuvaawo nga bannaffe balwadde ngaffe tulina ssanyu babatwala mu ddwaliro nasitekaso yakoma okwo negoberera abalwadde baabwe ebitaana nejja nebakima enkeera nebakomyawo mu Uganda
omukwano guno gye guvudde kubanga nti oyise mu bingi ne club yeno kati okyasobola otambula n'olaba emipiira gino egyawe kuba kati egyawo kambadde nkulaba ne kati kuba kati okuzemu mu myaka okyatambula n'ogenda n'olaba emipiira gyawe
ntambula nengenda kubanga lejuzi naliko e Rwanda Sekafa aye nengenda ne Tanzania era nendaba omupiira era tukomawo
Mutibwa
Mutibwa naliyo nabo omupiira nenkomawo era wano ngera sina kyembadde nga muli mpulira mpira ogwo gumpumuza bengulaba ku ekintu ekimpumuza obulamu bwange nge simanyi ndongo simanyi byambaga obulamu bwange bwonna buli mupiira era bwenyima omupiira
ddala ogwagalya ddala
era bwenyima omupiira oba olina kyonfiiriza mu bulamu bwange
kakati kutwogere ku enneeyisa y'abawagizi eri etya yali etya lundi ne kati
enneeyisa y'abawagizi lwejja twalinga tina management zaffe ez'abawagizi nga zirina amaanyi mangi nga bwokola ekibonere bwokola obubi nga tukuyita nga tukutuuza nga tugamba owaayi ng'ojja kutuunanyera ekintu kyaffe lwaki oyo okola bwotyo ne bwotyo era omuwagizi oyo ngeri gye twalinga abakambwe nga kyabadde akola akivaako naye ennaku zino ttiimu esinzeemu abaana abato kugamba ayinza okukola ekintu n'omugamba kulaba nga akuddamu bubi n'ogamba owaayi kintu kankite kankiveeko ate nga nabuli bagundi baffe abagatta batugatta ogenda ku management babayita baani
abakulira abawagizi
nga abakulira abawagizi abo batuyambanga nnyo ffe tuba twalanga ebizibu byaffe oba life atufuuye bubi oba tulina munnaffe atutawanyiza nga tumutwala wa oba coordinator waffe nga ye agenda nga atuuka wali abakulu nga abakulu bali bamanya ki ekigenda mu maaso ngera bayita abantu abo nga batuula nga biggwa
waye kana kaseera gwe aka COVID-19 okayiseemu otya
akaseera kano nkayiseemu mu ngeri ennyango oba enzibu bakama baffe abasite council baagala nnyo abawagizi baabwe bakama baffe chairman Sekajja yatuweereza emmere natuweereza emmere ffenna abawagizi n'abala nti abawagizi bali bebati nakwaseneze n'agira ki nga aggire mu muntu ali kakiiko namugaa ojja genda emakinje ojja genda wano emmere netutuukako bulungi ate ne management yaffe nayo simbi nayo nejjanga era nayo ejje tudduukirira ogezanga mukyala Aisha muwozi naye atuyambye nnyo bonna bali mu office kale batuyambye nnyo okutwalira awamu
kakati gatogera ku sizoni egenda okukomawo 2020 mugumu club esayininze mpozi kangube ku basambi yakasayini nga twasukka kuleeta Mugume Ashraf netuleeta Lwanga Charles ono Mutebi netuleeta Mazengo Stefano Loro ono Muyitale netuleeta Nukani Bright netuleeta Yeguma Dennis onabadde ku national team akabanga akawerako netuleeta Brian Ahebwa kati twaleese Kikozi Samson twakayita 7 mu sizoni eno olusuubira egenda kubeera etya ate kaki kosinza ogamba nti kasita twakoze kino sizoni eno egenda kuba yakabinyo mu bumpiipi sizoni eno ejja 2020
sizoni ejja kubeera nnungi kubanga tuwandisa abazannyi abamanyi agamba abazannyi abalumirirwa obw'omupiira ate nga baana bato omusajja babanga azze mu kilabu ennene akola okulaba naye amanyika okusinga omuntu abadde naye bagibamu agamba akasa bulijjo nsamba omusuzanyi yaggwa twasamba bulungi omupiira gwatuganirira mu ngeri endala ng'ate abazanyi baffe baali balungi naye simanyi nsonga lwaki omupiira gwagana okulamuka.
Kakati nga tumaliriza olina bizinesi gyotera okukola ku club awo abantu gye bagambe bagimanye.
Mbe najja ku state council awo nasiŋŋaana nga tuli ebikajjo nga abawagizi tugoba n'ebikajjo tulwanira birwanire ekisaawe kya ttaka tetulina we tutuula tuli awo tuvuya n'omupiira wagwankuba nemuvaamu nga muvuyiza tewali kacyayi empewo ekutta kikajjo tojja kusobola kukirya. Bwe najja awo nenjiya amagezi ga cyayi nagwa okufumbawo kacyayi katonotono nagwa okufumba cyayi kati wefumba cyayi naye nga baba wagizi abazanyi banga cyayi wabwere nga sibaguza obamuza avudde mu kirabu ki oba kirabu ki wenkya ajja kubeera wange nga kyayimba muwa kakati nakaseera ko twali mukali kaseera ka bwavu nnyo nga kirabu tezirina ssente nga kirabu nga mwabawagizi mwesondasonda awo ne bampayo kasuka bate bampadde nenfumbira abazanyi bange kyayi n'abawagizi ne banywako abo ate oba oli awo oli n'aleeta engatto yenesenga nno wategedde nti engatto yina enkutuseeko ate sirina ssente nokuba na busente bw'olina n'obumuwa ate era mu kaseera ako abazanyi baffe balina empisa nga batumanyi nga n'abawagizi tukolera wamu nga mutubamugaa bannaye ttiimu yaffe ngeri bweti ne bweti nemusonayo busente ngaawo buli wiiki ne mubagulirayo amagi sukaali sabbuuni nga buli wiiki bagenda beetisa ebintu nga badde ewaabwe kubanga tumanyi kirabu kikyeri kubaffe byali bya bwavu era nga teri muzanyi bwoga nti gundi alina ssente wabula okuba nti bamuwa ka transport ke n'agenda era n'abeera nga abanja nga tubanja emyezi abazanyi babulanjanga emyezi egiwerako naye nga tewali ssente. Era mu kaseera ako neneebaza okusinga ennyo mwami Godfrey Kcca kubanga nawangala nnyo naye tuli mu kaseera akazibu
yali
chairman kaseera akazibu batukuba emipiira tewali ssente kuganga embeera ge tulimu teyesimisa naye omusajja afuba n'alaba nti atuuka kubanga kubeera mu kisanga tulimu batono ddala abasigala nga tulaba omupiira.
Kakati bizinesi eyo gifunyemu nga tuwumbawumba?
Bizinesi yange eyo mbadde ngifunyemu mu kaseera kano akatali k'emabega kuba kana kaseera ssente weeziri kirabu ekola buli kimu kyonna kyesobola okukola naye banti ekimatiza abazanyi baabwe obulidde naye kati nfunyemu ndikyakyandabidde mbabega eri kirabu yaffe yali nga njavu nga tewali kantu nakamu naye nga busente bwe nafunanga bonna nga bugwera muki mu bazanyi bange banyo kyayi naye okuba waayo kwegamba ate nga waliwo naye abazanyi abajjanga awo nga gawena kumusalako najjako abasenga bangambye siddanja naye munnange enyamba njire nga njira ki nga ntwenyi nga tewali ssente bajja kumba transport naye mugamba jangu nja kutransportinga kati ali mwanga kulwo naagwa naye nga nze ngize eki nga nze muyisiza mu kaseera akakazigizigi nga nkola ng'omuntu w'omuzadde ekisoboka kyonna ate n'abazanyi nga banja bufune ate neneebaza Bex Internationals abasamba omupiira mu myaka egyo batusambira omupiira ogwadde kabusa taliko ssente naye nga ate omupiira gwe basamba mulungi nnyo okusinga kati neneebuuza abasajja omupiira gwe basambanga gwalagawa kandi naguno si mubi naye gwe omupiira wajjangu omanyi ngenda kugoba ttiimu gungi egenda kunkuba.
Ssenga emboozi tebankadde aginyumya agikaddiya tujja kweyongeza olulala oyo abadde Ssenga Aisha Maviri awagiridde club ya Kcca Football Club okuva 1987 omuyigiddeko Kakiggwa ali eyo nga bwe tugambye nti emboozi tebankadde aginyumya agikaddiya tujja kweyongeza abantu nga bano abawagidde club okumala akaseera abagirabye kuva gye yava mu 63 paka nakati emyaka 57 era nga tujja kuleeta bangi nnyo abaali bagusambyeko abawagizi abaali bagutendeseeko ku club eyo n'abaali ba official oba bayisa abakulembeze tugenda mukumbulako naye nga tujja kulekera 90 seconds oba butikitiki 9 obwa musambi waffe Kezron Kizito naye we tukomawo tulina bingi nnyo tulina ka update okuva eri mu ku bayengineer abagenda okubeera nga bavunaanyizibwa kuzimba kisaawe kya Kcca ekyo kinaatandika mu bbanga eritali lyawala nnyo wamu ne minisita wa Kampala alina kyatugamba naye nga wetunaamala 90 seconds zino nga tukomyewo mu segment eyokusatu. Favorite number?
17.
Favorite letter of the alphabet?
K.
Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite designer?
Zara.
Role model?
Iniesta.
Favorite car?
Porsche Cayenne.
Dream destination?
Ibiza.
Favorite music?
Dancehall.
Best musician?
Bobby Wine.
Best footballer?
Messi.
Best player you have played with?
Courage Pakson at Kerala Blasters.
Best game you have played?
My debut at Kerala Blasters against Pune FC.
Worst game you have played?
Uganda Cup finals, we lost when I was at Vipers against Kcca.
Favorite food?
Rice and fish.
Jeans or sweatpants?
Jeans.
Smokers or big cars?
Big cars.
Moccasins or gentle shoes?
Moccasins.
Shirts or t-shirts?
T-shirts.
Sneakers or sandals?
Sneakers.
Name you'd give to your son?
Fabian.
Name you'd give to your daughter?
Rihanna.
Trip to a desert or trip to Iceland?
Trip to a desert.
PES or FIFA?
FIFA.
Saturday night at the bar or Saturday night with the boys playing FIFA?
Night with the boys playing FIFA.
Now welcome back from that break, and just like we told you, we have the Honorable Minister for Kampala, capital city, that is Honorable Betty Amongi, and she will be giving us the status for Kcca Football Club and also the future for Kcca Football Club. And sometimes we need this assurance from these people because they're the ones that are at the helm, and you know you cannot just bypass some of the things. So the Honorable Minister for Kampala is with us today on the show, and she also commented on something, why it's very important for the football club to keep developing players and making them or turning them into better players. There are also players that come from our constituency that have played for Kcca, and some are still playing for Kcca Football Club. Players like Timothy Awani, Alan Okello, Musa Ramadan are all from her constituency. This is what happened exactly when we caught up with the Minister for Kampala, capital city, Honorable Betty Amongi.
Hello out there, everybody, viewers. I want to, first of all, thank you for supporting our #1 team, Kcca FC, one of the best team that we have in the city. I want to welcome you and congratulate you for all the offers morally, socially, and financially that has kept the parents out there that has given us their children, all those that are supporting us, we want to thank you. Today, I want to talk about our support for our team. I want to call upon all of you to support the team. We thank those who are competing, the clubs out there that are competing with Kcca FC. It is through competition that we are able and have been able over the years to build this team into a great team for the city. So your competition has enabled us to get best players in the city, in the club. I congratulate those who have succeeded through Kcca FC but are now playing in international football, but also continue to play for Kcca FC. Kcca FC being the #1 Kcca and the city club is one of the club that has been moving this city forward, ensuring that the youth are trained, bringing in all the talented youth from not only within the city but across the country. I can confirm to you that I have people right from my constituency who are in the team. I have Alan Okello, who is playing for this club. I have Timothy Awani, who is playing. We have people from all over the country. And I want to thank Kcca FC because they have groomed these people, and now they are playing with international club, not only the two, but many others that are now playing with international clubs. As government, we are working together with Kcca FC to see what we can do to support this team. We are looking at building a modern stadium where those who are playing can play, but also have a modern facilities that will be able not only to support Kcca, but all the other clubs that are in the city. Government has appropriated 2.5 billion, which over the next 1 year and a half will be able to support the building of the stadium. And the 2.5 billion shillings is a contribution that is given annually, and we hope that in the next 5 years or so, this annual contribution will accumulate to about 10 billion, and they will be able to establish a very modern facility to support our youth. That would then facilitate them to train many other youth within the city and outside the city. But most importantly, also we are going to support Kcca FC to ensure that they develop a center of excellence. Center of excellence will support young, talented boys right from young age to train them over. They will be clustered according to the age groups, beginning from around 7 years and above. And this will support the development of sport from the beginning of the formation for those who will be able to support their children and permit them to join the Center of Excellence. We are also going to support and organize Kcca FC, the funds, to form circles. Government is now supporting the youth through several other funds. In the city, we have the Youth Livelihood Fund, we have CDD Fund, and others. We will support them to form a circle and invest in their circle so that while they are seriously engaging in the field of sports, they will also be building the economic base, and therefore we will be able to support them. The support that we are giving Kcca FC through circle is also going to be extended to any other club in the city that will form themselves into a circle, and other youth groups. We have very many funds that are either funds of Kcca or funds for other sports clubs. The funds that are supporting, because funds are what make football vibrant. I want to congratulate you again and thank the funders, the sponsors who continue to sponsor our club. I want to specifically thank Star Times. I want to thank MTN, Vivo Uganda, NC Beverages. You have been very supportive. Prime Media, Next Media, and Century Cinema. One of the very important donor that has supported our team, NITAU Uganda. And NITAU has supported us with the internet in the stadium. They are connecting internet that can facilitate the players to access internet. I also want to really congratulate our team, because now that we are #1 in Uganda, we are now aiming to be one of the best club in Africa and the #1 club in Africa.
Now we've heard it from the minister, that is Honorable Betty Amongi, Honorable Minister for Kampala, capital city. And the future for the football club looks very bright, and quite big things are going to happen at Lugogo. And you expect to see only the best going forward, that is from Kcca Football Club. Now earlier this week, we had something from the authority still, that is Kcca, where the whole bidding process started. That is Kampala Capital City Authority invited sealed bids for works and supplies from eligible bidders, and different details were put out on the website for, that is Kcca, that is the authority, and different media houses, and also especially the newspapers. And just to give you a few details about it, the deadline for submitting these bids is going to be on the 8th of September 2020. That is almost a month from now. And remember, these bids are for those people that are interested in the construction and also bidding to get the contract for constructing, that is the Kcca Stadium, that will be starting before this year ends, towards the final months of the year. And just also to give you a lot more information about it, that the deadline for submission of these bids shall be on 8th September, that is at 10 a.m. And all the details you can find on www.kcca.go.ug. And just a disclaimer, Kampala Capital City Authority reserves the right to accept or reject. Now, speaking about the stadium construction, we caught up with engineer Dr. James Semuwemba. He's the engineer that will be in charge of the construction process when the Kcca Stadium commences construction. That is late this year. And he told us a lot more about the technicalities of the stadium. Remember, a few weeks ago, we caught up with the Lord Mayor, who is also the club patron for Kcca Football Club. And he mentioned, just gave us a brief about everything that the club exactly expects when the construction starts. Now, here is engineer Dr. James Semuwemba giving us the technicalities of this stadium, how many maybe floors it will have, how many rooms, how many toilets, how many dressing rooms, and a lot more. What is the process and what is the duration for construction? This is what happened when you caught up with the engineer in charge of the construction of that stadium.
My name is Engineer Dr. James Semuwemba, and I'm here today to brief and talk about the new stadium construction for Kcca Football Club. I am in charge of the building section at Kampala Capital City Authority, and also in charge of overseeing building construction in the entire city. As part of this project, I'll be the project manager overseeing the construction activities. And I've also been overseeing the design stage of the stadium. This is going to be a state-of-the-art stadium, and it is going to be constructed to international standards, as we know. It should be able to satisfy CAF and FIFA standards. And as we all are aware, the construction is going to start very soon, around October, beginning of October 2020. And we expect that the work will take between 15 to 18 months to complete. And that is phase one of the project. We intend to construct this stadium in two phases. And we started with phase one, which is going to entail construction of the VIP wing of the stadium. And this VIP wing will consist of so many facilities, and they are the ones that will have dressing rooms. We shall have dressing rooms for both the visiting and the home team. And each dressing room is about 100 square meters. So we should be able to get enough space for the teams that are visiting and also our home team. Each dressing room is fully equipped and self-contained with bathrooms and toilet facilities. So it should be the state-of-the-art, ones that you always see around the world, wherever we go. The phase one of the construction will have a seating capacity of about 3,600 fans. And we intend to have all the facilities like I've mentioned, but ultimately, when phase two is completed, we should have between 8,600 and 9,000 fans sitting in the stadium. So we should be able to get a state-of-the-art stadium here at Philip Omondi Stadium. Regarding the construction, like I've mentioned, will take between 15 to 18 months. And the reason for that, someone might ask whether we can't do it much quicker than that, is that we decided to construct a much more durable stadium, which we will make out of reinforced concrete. And as you know, concrete takes time to cure so that it can gain adequate strength. So that is why we need to give this construction adequate time so that concrete sets very well and our fans occupy a state-of-the-art facility. The roof to this stadium will be made of high tensile steel sections and roofed to international standards. So we are intending to engage a world-class contractor to undertake this construction. In addition to the seats and the facilities that we have for the VIPs, like I mentioned, we shall have all toilet facilities, even for the fans. There will be a total of 95 toilet facilities under phase 1 only. So you can imagine, so you wouldn't have to line up to use some of these facilities. We also intend to have 150 square meters of shopping area. So where we can display our club merchandise, where people can come and do some shopping. We also intend to have restaurant facilities where someone or a fan and members of the public can come and have a cup of coffee and take a cold drink. So all these are going to be housed on 4 levels of the building. So we shall have the fans where they're sitting, we shall have office spaces, we shall have dressing rooms, we shall have restaurant facilities like I mentioned, toilet facilities for all the fans, and also the media, where the media will be housed. So we'll have media space to international standards where we can have, or we can house international media houses for broadcast of our matches, either here or internationally. Like I mentioned, the construction will be supervised by a team of experienced engineers from Kampala Capital City Authority as the client, on behalf of the football club. So we intend to really oversee this to the highest quality standards that you find all over the world. So our fans shouldn't be worried. We really assure you that we are going to get a quality product to international standards and also certified by the engineers here and internationally.
Now we've heard it from the engineer himself, that is Engineer Dr. James Semuwemba, the gentleman in charge of the construction process once the construction starts. That's for the Kcca Stadium. And you expect once that stadium is complete, we're going to have a state-of-the-art stadium that is in Uganda and at Lugogo, owned by Kcca Fc. Big things happening at the football club. That is it for this show, and that was episode 11. We had a lot of things on the show. We had the fan zone, where the fans spoke about our latest signing, who is Chigozie Samson Andrew, came in from police. And then we also had winners on the show, that is from the social media trivia. We had a fan on the show, that is Aisha Maviri, commonly known as Ssenga, giving us what exactly happened in their years when they started supporting this club, that is 1987. That's for her, and how things are also happening at the football club for now. We also caught up with the 90 seconds for Kezron Chizito, midfielder at the football club, joined last year and is in his 2nd year now. And a lot more happened on the show. We still have a lot happening on the show. Tremendous growth for this Kcca Fc TV show, and expect a lot of good stuff happening next week. And I don't want to act like I'm predicting anything, but we have hot news on the episode 12, that is next Sunday. My name is Magero Moses Mwanje. Good night.